David, defeat, but overall, how did you view the afternoon?
This time last week, Jack, we said the performance from the players, the second half performance just simply wasn't good enough. And I was gutted not to get the 3 points, never mind the point. And it's not a matter of blaming players, it's a collective responsibility. And I probably had the toughest weekend of my career, slept very little. And just everything gone over in my head. And we didn't do anything drastic. Just remind the players, and ourselves, staff, the whole shooting match, that you're only as strong as your weakest link, and you're only as positive as your most negative person. And I said, my job and Brian's job going forward is to those who need more strength is to help them. Those who need to be more positive, to help them with that also. And that was the attitude throughout in training this week. So in terms of today, performance-wise, I was really pleased, very proud of the players, and I've got to say a thank you to our supporters. They quite easily could have turned on the team and waited for opportunity to have a go, and the supporters were first class. They encouraged from the get-go, and I can't thank them enough, because when you are down, someone can either help to pick you up or they can kick you. And our supporters certainly tried to help us up today, and the players responded. In the game itself, how we don't have at least a point, I do not know. How we don't have a point. When you are down, nothing ever seems to go for you.
The wee things don't happen.
Big Connor crashed off the bar. We had a couple of great crosses into the box. We played some really good football. And as I say, I feel a draw would have been a fair result. So disappointed that we didn't get anything out of the game, but delighted with the players and their application, and very grateful to our supporters for how they backed us today.
I think fans, since the year of Dot, they appreciate effort, and your team gave them effort today in that second half particularly.
Well, said to the players at the end there, Jack, that it's part of my job, to be the leader and to stand out in front. I told the players that, I'll be in front of them, I'll be beside them, I'll be behind them. Always will back them. I said, but we need, and we being Brian and myself, we need encouragement. And we got that today, and particularly for the performance of the players. They give absolutely everything. And I said to them, we can misplace a pass, we can misplace a shot, we can make a mistake. I said, but one thing that there is no excuse for, absolutely none, is working your absolute socks off. And the players did that today.
In your illustrious career, you've had much success. How difficult for you and Brian is this time?
As I said, Jack, it's probably the toughest time that we have ever experienced. I'll use an I statement. It's the toughest time I've ever experienced. And of that, there is no doubt. But it's like everything in life, you have a choice. You can either stand up and be counted and lead from the front and keep doing your very best until someone decides that it's time for you not to do that, or you can simply walk away. I haven't done walking away in my life, and certainly not to this club. Brian and I have been truly blessed. I'm immensely proud of being manager of Ballymena United. As I say, at some stage, like everything in life, Jack, it'll come to an end. But until that time comes, I'll give absolutely every ounce. And that's what I said to the players. I had a horrible weekend last weekend. It proved one thing: they should still be involved. If I didn't care, if it didn't matter, then you shouldn't be in it.
You're in the wrong job.
Wrong job, absolutely wrong job. So today is a step forward. Disappointed we didn't get something out of the game, but in terms of performance and how we as a collective, I think we can say we were pretty much united today.
And as a manager in this situation, you must be positive, and you will feel that it will turn eventually.
Well, Jack, I make a point of not going on about injuries, but our squad has been absolutely stretched. Now today we had Andy McGrory back,
Good to see him.
which was great. And Andy run himself into the ground. We had Dougie Wilson back,
Yeah.
and that was good. Ironically, we didn't have Stephen McCulloch because Stephen, and thankfully we do this. We're very diligent with regards to our testing. And on Thursday evening, we found that Stephen had to go for a test and couldn't be with us today. So that would have been yet another one of our long-termers back in again. So we've had some difficult news this week with Josh Kelly. Josh has broken a bone in his foot, and unfortunately, having worn a boot for a period, and I don't know all of the clinical way of describing things, but there's been no healing. And that's a real disappointment.
He's a big miss.
Massive miss, absolutely massive miss. So we as a club obviously will take care of that, and we now to see how we go forward, and more than likely it will need surgery. So that's a blow. The encouragement was that we thought David Parkhouse might need surgery, or it was likely that he needed surgery, but thankfully his rehabilitation's come on and he doesn't. So these are challenging times, and as I say, injuries have hurt us, of that there is no doubt. But we dust ourselves down, and for example, today we see young Jack Henderson, and
Yes.
Injuries give opportunities to others, and I thought young Jack came in today and did fabulously well. You had Jude Winchester, who had a little calf niggle. He wouldn't hear tell of not playing today. So you get encouragement for those who you surround yourself with, Jack.
You have a game midweek, Crusaders again, in the League Cup at Seaview, and then next Saturday the league at Portadown. It's one of those games that you would go there and you think, we can win this.
Well, Jack, everyone's scrapping and fighting all over the place. We'll obviously not look too far ahead of ourselves. We want to progress in the League Cup, so that's our focus. And then when we get that out of the way, then we'll concentrate on Portadown. Both games are going to be very difficult. Of that there is no doubt. But we'll prepare as best we can. As I say, we'll hope that we'll have folk back. And we'll just ask the players to continue where they left off today.
Stick at it, big man.
Thanks, Jack.